Hey, what's up? I just saw Gran Turismo. Oh man, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. I wanted to get a little review in. It was really good. I'm really surprised at this film. Super enjoyed it. I kind of can't say enough good things. I just wanted to like talk about it a little bit. I'll straight up just give my rating for this. I would say this is an 8 out of 10 for me. Maybe like I'm gonna say like a 7.75, something like that. Like I don't want to really like put it into this crazy high rating range, but it was really good. I was super surprised. I went to an early access screening because it was supposed to come out on the 11th. You see it right here, actually, in this poster. Supposed to come out on 11th, and I think things got delayed with Barbie and Oppenheimer, so they're pushing it back to the 25th. But there's still some theaters. I guess they're like, oh, we'll let you have a few showings of it beforehand. Actually, made by PlayStation. They were the production company on this, and I was like, okay, this is interesting to see PlayStation. It was Sony. And Sony's studio is Columbia. You've probably seen that intro in movies where it's like the woman holding the torch. And then Sony PlayStation had their little intro, which was weird. And this is definitely the best video game movie that's I've ever seen. I've seen the new Mortal Kombat. I thought it was very schlocky, kind of fun, but still like kind of crap. Oh god, the Warcraft movie, really strange. You want to go watch an orc giving birth? There's that, but this is definitely it. Has a really slow, nice start, which I definitely appreciate. And this kid, this actor, trailer a little bit here. This actor was actually really good. He's very subtle, and I personally I love that in actors. Like the one main character in Nope, that guy is super subtle, and so I always like that. It's always to me, it's I'm actually like a big fan of that. And another big thing that this movie does so well is there's villains. You have heroes and you have villains. You have someone to root for. This is actually a movie that I was actually kind of like I haven't felt this in a long time. I was kind of on the edge of my seat during these races. And this is a true story. You can look it up. I forget. I can't say this guy's last name. But Jan. Jan is the main character. It is a real story. It's about a kid who's super into Gran Turismo. Is like heavily into it, big gamer. I think he's kinda, like, beating everyone online and big into that, and then there's Orlando Bloom's character that pitches to Nissan, like, "Hey, let's make a team, let's make a racing team to get some sales going, and we'll take people from Gran Turismo, these good players, and actually see if they can race." So then, he then he so then he gets, So then Orlando Bloom's character gets the okay from Nissan, which again, there's some big plugs here from Nissan for sure. Big plugs for that. He gets the okay, and then he kind of like goes off his list of, I guess it's kind of like a general manager or a coach that he's looking for to like teach these kids who will eventually win the competition. So then he's looking for like a coach to teach the winners of this Gran Turismo qualifier. Like if you're the best one, you get to come to GT Camp Academy. And he goes through racers, and I think they all say no. Then he finally lands on David Harbour's character, and I have to scroll down here because this is not good, but he was great in it. Jack Saltier or Saltier was the guy he reached out to, and when we see David Harbour's character, he's working for this other high end auto racing group called Kappa, and they're like this gold. They got this gold trim to their cars, very, very fancy. This is the enemy that I'll show. It sets up the anti-protagonist really early, which is awesome. Like there is enemies in this, which was cool. I like that. You don't see a lot of movies do that as well. But yeah, this one of these gold cars. I think yeah, right here, this Kappa. That's the bad guys. I'm gonna go through some of this, and so what happens is Harbor is, I guess not true. He's like so David Harbour is just basically a mechanic for this Kappa team, and then they kinda treat him really bad, and then he just like, "Alright, fuck it, I'm out. I'm gonna take Orlando Bloom's offer, and I'm gonna go, coach these kids. And it was fucking good because this is a sports movie. And if you ever seen sports movies with like that hard-nosed coach who's really hard on everyone and just wants the team to succeed, but he's very doubting of everyone. It's actually awesome. David Harbour comes into the GT camp, and it's just like, you guys aren't gonna, you're not gonna do this. You have to prove me wrong. Like that's his whole point, is you have to prove me wrong. And the whole first hour is the academy part, and that part was really good. And even there's a little villain. There's kind of like a cocky guy who's sort of the top of the list, and our main character Jan is kinda at the bottom, but sorta, like, working his way up. You could tell he's into it the most. This is something he, like, dreams about. In the early in the movie, you kinda see his home life. He's got a father who's a footballer, soccer here, and, a brother who's big into football, so the father is not, like, approving of this whole, "I just wanna sit in my room and play video games," but this is a story of you sit in your room and play video games, and then you actually become a race car driver, and this is a real story. You can look up this character. It is real. It's crazy. I'm sure there's some stuff that's been fictionalized because even in the beginning of the movie, it said based on a true story. But there was a lot of things that when I looked into the story were true, especially the main beats. The main beats of this movie are all true, and that was really cool. But I always love a training montage kind of thing. That's what was nice about like all the like Rocky stuff like that. This is a sports movie, and I do not give a shit about racing. This movie made me care about racing. And I'll say, the Gran Turismo, I guess it's not Gran, I guess Formula 1, the European racing is pretty fucking cool. It's a lot cooler than just around, like, a circle here in America. They're, like, going up different things and all these different turns. It's pretty awesome, and that's kinda where, I don't wanna spoil too much about it, but, he gets to the academy, and then you're gonna have to see. Well, I guess I could just tell you. I mean, obviously, this is gonna go on past that. So the first hour is like the academy, and he wins it, and then now he's got to prove himself on the tour, on the racetrack, and all that. He's got to qualify, and then everyone is not rooting for this kid. That's what's nice. He's a true underdog. David Harbour doesn't believe in him. The coach, they're like, you're a fucking video gamer. What are you gonna do? And then all the pit crew, they don't want this guy to succeed. All the other drivers, like, they don't want someone like this to succeed, so it was very, cool. He makes a lot of enemies, and, there is that main enemy from the Kappa racing team. So he there is a big anti-protagonist character, which was nice to see. I truly liked it. Orlando Bloom, like, he's in the shot here. I thought he was good. It wasn't anything where like, "Oh, you need Orlando Bloom to be this character." You coulda got someone else, but, he was good in it, and I just enjoyed the movie totally. The main actor was definitely good. He had this kinda deep British voice, which I thought was kinda nice to see. Very plain kinda acting, wasn't over the top. There was a little love story interjected there. I coulda done without that. It didn't really add anything to the film. It didn't really subtract anything either. It wasn't like it added too much time. This movie was 2 hours, and it felt short. The cars were awesome. The cars were definitely cool to see. The special effects were great. I mean, Neil Blomkamp, director of this might be his most grounded movie. Like, that's something I loved about it too. It's when you have, District 9, you have Elysium, Chappie, there's such this stylized, like, movie making to it. This movie's just, like, straight up a fucking movie. A good movie, straight up, nothing super stylized. I liked it. It wasn't like Speed Racer was over the top. Oh, here's, the people from the Nissan, GT camp. These are the good gamers that get a chance to see if they can be the racer. And, this is like the cocky guy at camp who's and during that period there he is sort of like the antagonist. But it was nice to have because it's like if you're gonna set up your main character, you wanna have him tackle certain obstacles, and this movie really did a good job at that. Here's this team, yeah. Yeah, and David Harbour, like the hard ass the whole time. He's a former racer, so he knows the world. I really like there's definitely some good things to it that were themes, especially they go out a restaurant or on the plane, you can't order champagne. That's for when you're on the podium. So that was a big rule. And this whole movie really made me think of the Bad News Bears, where I mean, this is not a spoiler, and don't take anything from this, but end of the movie, Bad News Bears, they don't win, and that's like the best part of it is just to recognize, like, they're being recognized that they got there and they were worth being there. Didn't matter if they fucking won. And in the end, him and, all the team and Walter Matthau, they're drinking beers at, like, age 7, so that's pretty fucking cool. But yeah, super impressed by this. This is something to go see. Go see it on I mean, I didn't see this on IMAX, I saw it on a regular screen. This would be great in IMAX, really good for like, if you had really good quality sound, it would be great for that. Yeah, from a gamer to a racer, this is definitely true. One of the best parts I've ever seen David Harbour in. I thought he was super good. He brings a lot of emotion to everything. This is like an emotional movie. There is parts in it that are you're really on the side of this kid. It almost I'm gonna break it back just because 'cause I'm a nerd, but, when you're on the side of Frodo in Lord of the Rings the whole time, and when anything bad happens to him, you really feel it. And, this is it's like a regular movie, so, there's ups and downs. So when anything bad happens to our character Jan, there is some like, you feel it. You feel it for the good moments, you feel it for the bad moments. Yeah, here's a little bit of interjected romance, which, it was okay. They didn't need to do it. Um, it was good though. Overall, go see this film. It was great. I definitely give this, I'm gonna say 7.75. 7 and 3/4 stars up to that 10 mark. It was good. I really liked it. And, check out our stuff. We're live Tuesday and Friday, on Twitter, twitter.com/wizard_shack or WizardShack on YouTube and Twitch and all that shit. So check out our stuff. Thanks, guys. See ya.